What's up, family? Listen, today we are talking about releasing karmic ties, bonds, and vows that are blocking your health, wealth, and your love. Okay? I want to start this video by reintroducing myself because there are so many new people that are coming into my space, my sphere, and into this sacred page. So, for anybody that is new, I am Desiree, and I need to say this D-Ray, even for the people who have been here for the longest, because some of y'all still say Dra, some of y'all still say Dre, some of y'all still say all of that. It is Desiree D. Ray Wise. You can call me Desiree or you can call me D. Ray, whichever rolls off your tongue the best. Okay. Hey, Iman, please. I want to say hey to you, sis. Make sure you stay on today because I miss you and I want to engage with you today. What's up, East Tea Tree? Listen, we are talking today about severing these karmic ties, bonds, and vows that block health, wealth, abundance. We're going to be talking about how to reverse that energy, how to kill off that energy, how to transform that energy. That is what we're going to be dealing with today. All right. So, this message is so important. So I need y'all to like the video and share the video, not just for the YouTube algorithm, because I don't care about that, right? Like I heard a young lady say this, it was so powerful. She said, God is my algorithm. The angels do my marketing. And I 100% believe that 100%. The angels do my marketing. God is my algorithm, right? But I shouldn't say but. And there are specific people who need to hear this today. There are specific people who need to hear this today. And I know this because as I was doing my work this morning, as I was meditating this morning, it just hit me. I have to go live and talk about this. So it's very, very important. So please like and share the video for your communities, for the people that you serve, for your family, whoever. All right. So karma, let's first even talk about what karma is. Karma is simply cause and effect. Okay. Karma is simply cause and effect. All right. And for anybody that is on our Patreon, we've been talking about past life stuff all for the last month or so. We've been talking about vows and traumas and things like that for a while. And so this conversation, this download coming through is absolutely perfect for the energy we've been dealing with in that community. So karma is cause and effect. And this karma or this cause and effect travels with us from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. This karma essentially is because I had this experience, this is how I now view the world. Because I've had this trauma, this is now my outlook, my perspective, my baseline of being. That's karma. Another way of seeing karma is because I think like this, because I perceive the world like this is my experience. This is what I manifest. This is what I birth into this reality. That is the simple way to think about karma. It is not I did something bad, so I get something bad, or I did something good, so I get something good. Karma is simply cause and effect. Because of this, this is the effect. Okay? And so this is so important, family, because so many of us are wanting to manifest love, wanting to manifest abundance, wanting to manifest a powerful business, wanting to manifest whatever it is that you desire. And you can have it, but having that is an effect to a specific cause. Okay? And so what I want us to really tap in today with is how do we release some of those causes and effects that we've embodied and that is affecting our life right now. All right. Thank you to all of my Sacred Sister Circle members who are in here. I see you, Eileen. Peace again, my good sis Iman. I see you, DJ Shea Butter. I see you. I see you, All Things Divine. I see you, sis. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. And y'all know what? Thanks for the compliment on my hair. I did it myself. Your girl had to go ahead and get it in. I was looking too. I mean, it was just, I was going on too long without having my hair done, and so I went ahead and did it today. And as I did it, I was able to really sit with myself and think about everything that I needed to share with y'all today. I appreciate y'all's love. Y'all always make me feel so good. So before I get into it, let me know in the chat, y'all, that we are already clear on what cause and effect or what karma is. Let me know in the chat that we are already clear on what karma is before I go any further. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. And also, let me know if y'all can hear me clearly, because I'm seeing this symbol that's saying like my Wi-Fi is like in and out. So y'all let me know if y'all can hear me, because if it's acting funny, then I'm feeling even more passionate about this topic. Yes. Okay. Good. Eileen says Ashe. Iman says clear. Iman, you good, sis. Beautiful. I love that. I'm grateful for that. All right. So these karmic ties, these karmic bonds, these karmic vows are unconscious agreements that we've made based on a certain level of self-awareness and spiritual awareness, right? And a great example of this just happened last night. Y'all know Dream and I, we watched the show Married at First Sight, right? Do y'all watch the show Married at First Sight? It's kind of a crazy show, but I enjoy it because I love looking at people, especially in their pursuit of love. I love seeing their psychology and their subconscious mind all on display, right? Married at First Sight. Y'all watch that show? Me and Dream were watching it last night, y'all. And this one specific girl on there. I'm not going to speak too much about the girl's energy. I'm going to keep watching, but I can already kind of sense her energy and where she's coming from. She's into crystals and things like that, which is cool. But she manifests her stranger husband sends her like a crystal, a moonstone bracelet. He sends her a diamond necklace and he sends her a diamond ring on their wedding day. This is all he does. And I'm going to tell y'all, look, my mama calling right now. I'm going to tell y'all how real this stuff is. My mama's calling. Actually, let me answer. Hello? I'm online doing a video. What's up? Okay, that's a bit. Bye-bye. I thought my mother was calling to say my brother's wife was in labor, so that's why I had to go ahead and answer that phone. Because she was having contractions yesterday, but not enough to be in active labor. Okay, so I had to answer for her, but I'm still recognizing karmic energy with her, and I'm gonna tell y'all about it. Her even calling right now is some karmic energy. I'm gonna explain it all to y'all in just a moment. Okay, so we're watching Married at First Sight. This girl gets, her stranger husband sends her all of these things, and she is just like loving it. She's like, oh my God, he's already thinking of me. Oh my God. She's like, nobody has ever thought of me like this besides my father. Any man that I've ever chosen in my life has never done anything like this for me ever. And he's already doing this for me. We haven't even met each other. Oh my God, I love him already. And I get it, right? I get it. I get and understand why she feels that way. So they go to the wedding, and it's so dope because when she finds out his name, she's like, oh, I guessed it. I knew your name would be Chris. And then when he finds out her name, he's like, oh shit, I knew your name was going to be Nicole. Okay. So already right there, even in that happening with them, you see that there's some type of karmic energy coming into play. But that's just like That's just like the surface. Here's the deep level of a karmic agreement that we make unconsciously that this girl did yesterday was a very strong example. So they did their wedding, and her and her guy, they're talking or whatever, and then they do a little side interview of her. And she says this, and a light bulb went off in my head, like, ding, there it is. That's what the hell we be doing unconsciously. She's like, you know what? If I can't make Chris happy, Chris is the stranger husband's name. If I can't make Chris happy and this relationship doesn't work, I'm just not meant to be married. I'm just never going to find love. It's just not going to happen for me. I mean, this guy is like the perfect guy. He's kind, he's thoughtful, he's all of these things. If this doesn't work, then I'm just never going to be married. Boom. Right when she said it, I immediately said, she just made a karmic vow. She just made a karmic bond. She just made a karmic tie to, if her relationship with him does not work out, she's going to be single forever. And she thinks that she's just saying that about this present lifetime and about this right now moment, but she doesn't know and understand the power of her words. And she literally casted a spell upon herself that said, if this doesn't work out, I'm never going to find love. I'm never going to be somebody's wife. I'm never going to find divine partnership. And she doesn't understand that vow and that conviction, whether she said it jokingly or not, that travels with her from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. Give me a check in the chat if you can see clearly and understand what a karmic tie, a karmic bond, or a karmic vow is, using that beautiful example. Whew. Exceptional example. And when I heard that last night, I did not think that I was going to go live today. It wasn't even the thought. It wasn't even a thought. So I heard that last night, took a mental note of it, and I was like, oh, wow, she just made a vow that she's never going to find love if this relationship doesn't work out. And how many of y'all know that we do that shit? That's the shit that we be doing unconsciously. And it's due to a lack of self-awareness and a lack of spiritual awareness, not understanding the power that we possess. Just not understanding the power that we possess. Not understanding that we are co-creators of our lives. Not just now, but in past lives, in this present life, and in future life, and then across dimensions. Very powerful. And then like a step further from that is, once you say something like that, as this young lady has said it, and that experience actually comes to pass. Let's say the relationship doesn't work out. Maybe they just weren't compatible. Maybe they had different goals in life. Maybe they just, maybe their sexual chemistry was off. Whatever. Now she creates this belief about herself that I am simply not worthy of a high level of love, commitment, and partnership. So she creates that belief about herself, and that belief gets stored within her spiritual house. Like I said on whatever other day that was that I went live, Monday, that belief gets stored in her spiritual house, i.e. her chakras, her energy centers, and so now she creates this barrier around her heart, this energy, this false sense of protection around her heart, around her womb. And now as she's living life, she literally repels any love, any relationship, any partnership. She actually repels it from her based off of what's happening inside of her, based off of that agreement that she made. So we need to be very conscious of how we are speaking about ourselves. We have to be sure that we're not just talking out the side of our necks, or we're not just talking shit, talking out our ass, as people would say, just to try to prove a specific point. Okay? Because I can guarantee you, in that moment of married at first sight, her intentions were not to curse herself. Her intentions were not to place a spell on herself. Her intention was to highlight how this man is very thoughtful, caring, and how he appears to be a dream man. Somebody else calling me. They trying to block the trans. They trying to do something. But I'm just gonna speak to the energy and say that regardless, this message is going to come through, because it has to. It absolutely has to. Okay. So I think we have an understanding of what we are dealing with. Okay. A lot of times, family, in past lives, we've made agreements that are showing up in this life. Whether it's an agreement with your health, whether it's an agreement with money, whether it's an agreement with relationships, whether it's an agreement with how you relate to parents, with how you relate to your children, with how you relate to yourself. Our experiences cause us to start thinking a certain way. Our experiences cause us to develop certain beliefs. And it seems like no matter how much mental work you do, you may try to think positive as much as you can think positive, but for some reason you can't seem to break through this one thing. How many of y'all have had experiences like that? Whether, you've manifested the money, you've manifested the house, the job, the business, but for some reason, manifesting love and relationship is a challenge for you. It just seems like a hill you can't overcome. Or for some reason, this specific thought in your head, it seems like you can't break through it. Or for some reason, this emotion, shame, guilt, rejection, fear, for some reason, you just can't break through it. Oftentimes, family, those are karmic ties, karmic bonds, karmic vows that have been made in past lives. Okay? And I think once we take it to that level, it's easier for us to start detaching from that and calling back the fullness of our being. Because here's something so good. Abundance is you. Love is you. Health is you. Sensuality is you. Healthy sexuality is you. Pleasure is you. Joy is you. Gratitude is you. Power is you. Purpose is you. All of these things make up you, the divine sacred self. But somewhere along the line, in this life or the last, you've dropped off, you've detached from that piece of you based off an experience that you've had. Whether it's you're saying, you know what, I just can't have health. You know what, I'm going to stop fighting for health. I'm going to stop fighting for my well-being. Whether it's, you know what, money just, I always seem to have to fight for money. So you know what, instead of me fighting for money, I'm going to just say, fuck it. I don't even want the money no more. Instead of you having healthy love, maybe you had unrequited love, right? Maybe you had an abusive relationship in your past or your past life, right? Whatever it is, that experience has caused you to say, you know what, fuck love. I don't want love. I don't want sensuality. I don't want sexuality. I don't even want to deal with it. You know what, I'm a vow to just not have it in my life. And so you surrender that part of yourself. Even though all of this really makes up who you divinely are, an experience that you have that you feel like you can't overcome or that you have a limited perspective on, okay? Based off of your spiritual awareness, you have a limited perspective on this thing. You have a limited perspective on this thing, and you decide to really agree to that limited perspective, to shape your life around that limited perspective, and to continue manifesting through that limited perspective. And that is how you get to where you are right now. In whatever area you may be feeling stagnant, in whatever area you may feel like you're struggling to overcome, it's simply because a limiting belief that you've decided to invest in more than investing in the fact that you are a whole, divine, sacred, worthy being that is capable and that has the capacity to withhold all the love, all the abundance, all the power, all the purpose, all the health, all of that in your being. You have the ability and the capacity to hold. Okay? Let me know in the chat, say, I want it all. Let me know in the chat. I want it all. I'm going to put it in the chat. I want it all. If that's too long for you, just put all. All of that. All of it. All of it. I want all of it. I'm bringing it all into my life. I am conscious enough. I am worthy. Oh, come on. Iman said, hold on. Now I want it all. I have it all. Y'all better get me in order. I receive it. I have it all. I have it all. Get me all the way in order. See, that is why you and Mahogany, I see you, sis. East Tea Tree, I see you, sis. That is why you are my reflection. Gather me all the way up. I receive it. I have it all. It is all mine, and it is all mine now. That's the power that we have. I have it all now. Thank you. Thank you. Ashe. I receive all of that. That's my sis. That's my sis. That's how we're supposed to do that. I love y'all. Thank y'all for that. That's love. Okay. So why is this whole understanding of your karmic ties and your karmic bonds so important? It's so important because you deserve to have it all. You can have it all. And in order for you to have it all, you have to break some of these karmic ties, bonds, and vows that you've made. Okay? You got to sever those ties. You got to release yourself from those ties. All right? Because here's the thing. When we don't, this is why we feel like we repeat old cycles. Y'all have seen it over and over and over again. You've seen it before. You've seen it whether it's been yourself, right? Let's say if it has to do with your finances. You work hard, you get all of this money, but it still seems like money just seems to seep through your hands. You can't hold on to it. But let's say you manifest somebody who you think is a great partner, like, oh, this person feels great, right? They seem like they're going to be perfect for me. And then before you know it, 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years go by, and you're looking at this person like, hell no, I don't like you. You're not my person. Okay? Whether it's you keep on experiencing some form of mental and emotional abuse, whatever that thing is, you have to be able to recognize what it is so that you can release it. I talked about this in the Patreon book club, I think last Saturday. A lot of the times, family, the reason why we don't heal and transform is because we keep on missing the target. You're not pinpointing the actual cause. You're not pinpointing the actual karma. A lot of the times what we talk about is what it is. If we look at it like from a medical perspective, I keep on getting, y'all, let me tell y'all everything that's been happened on my phone real quick since starting this video. 2 phone calls, one from my mother that I answered because I don't know if my brother's wife is in labor, and that's a big deal for me to know. That's one. another phone call from a random number, but it didn't say spam, so it must have been like somebody real. And then 2 separate alarms that went off on my phone. I don't know why. I don't know what them alarms are set up for. But that's kind of how this energy tries to like, that's how you be knowing when shit really needs to be said. And I'm going to talk to y'all. I'm going to make it come all full circle as I continue to share with y'all how we got to this build today. And Shay just reminded me we are in a retrograde as well. So that too. That too. That makes sense too. Okay. So you have to recognize thought patterns, emotional patterns, and habits that keep showing up in your life. That it seems like you try all of these different things. You try meditating, you try you try past life regression. You try all of these different things, but and you get better, right? You get better, and then you get triggered and you revert back. Some sort of trigger happens and you revert back. Most of the time we're in those situations like that, it is a karmic tie, a karmic bond, or a vow that keeps you entrapped in that state of being. Okay? So this morning, I had something just told me that I needed to do some karmic releasing meditation. And so I was like, okay, Spirit, I'm gonna do it. Now I have a meditation, a guided meditation lady that I'm about to share with y'all because she's so important. This lady is so important. She is her name is Sandra Rolos. I done gave this lady out to the Sacred Sister Circle for sure. I've showed y'all a lot of her meditations that I use. And now I'm sharing her with y'all right now. And I have to share y'all with her because the breakthroughs that I've been getting through doing her meditations, I would be selfish. And it would just not make sense to not share her with y'all. So her name is Sandra Rolos. What I'm about to do right now, I'm gonna drop a link to her YouTube in the chat right now. And I just want y'all to go subscribe to her page so that you could always come back to it. Hopefully that link works. I would like for that to hyperlink. I wonder why that didn't hyperlink in that moment. Let me go to my YouTube page. So I've been doing meditations by Sandra since the beginning of 2020. 2022, not 2020, 2022, y'all. So all 2022, I've been doing a lot of her meditations, and then I'm continuing it now. And it linked. So y'all click on her thing and go to the channel. If you're on your phone, it should still work, right? Go to her channel, whatever, and subscribe, because this lady is a goddess. Literally, this lady is she's powerful. She's a healer, 100%. So I've been doing a lot of her meditations, a lot of them. There's 3 specific meditations that I'm going to share with the Patreon family in the Sacred Sister Circle. Because they're so powerful. But the specific one that I'm going to share with everybody today that really rocked my world was this karma clearing meditation and mantra. And I'm going to share with y'all why it's so important. Okay, I'm going to share with y'all why it's so important and how I point to sharing it with y'all right now. All right. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it to the end because y'all already subscribed. Y'all go subscribe to her page. And then the video is called Karma Clearing. Very powerful. Literally, she put on there, Karma Clearing, very powerful. And she was not lying. Okay? Y'all understand when y'all be coming to these YouTube streets that there are people on here that are giving away a lot of free stuff that can change your life. Don't take it for granted because it's free. Use it. And that's one thing for her. When I come to her meditations, I come to them ready, open, and humbly, because I know that she goes in and she activates some shit. For the Sacred Sister Circle and Patreon, I've posted in the past some of her meditations that I've done for y'all to do them. Now, if you ain't done them, I don't know. Okay? If you've been feeling like you need to release some karmic bonds, some karmic vows, and I'm specifically talking to the Patreon family very heavily. And the reason why I'm talking very heavily to the Patreon family is because for the last month or so, a lot of our conversations in the book club every Wednesday and Saturday, we've been talking about karmic bonds. Matter of fact, just on Wednesday, a brother in the Patreon said, do you think that if we don't know about our past lives, that it still affects our present life, or that if we do healing work in our present life, that it would still affect our past life? And that was a great question. And we went in for like 30 minutes on that one question. Okay? So these vows, these bonds that we've made are important for us to become aware of and do the work to release them so that we can fully embody all that we are. Okay? Understand, you create this belief, this vow, this agreement based off of the trauma you've experienced or that you've witnessed. A lot of the times we're learning from what we see of our parents. That's why my mother and my father are so important. I'm going to tell you how they both showed up today. Okay? A lot of the times you see your parents doing something or not. A lot of the times you see your parents in poverty and you make an agreement that poverty is what you're going to do. I told y'all in November, and I told y'all on that live stream that I did on the magic mushrooms. As I was in that state of being, of openness, and asking Spirit to really reveal to me different things that I needed to let go of, I realized that my mother and my grandmother, and maybe even more of these women down the line, they made an agreement that they were going to care more about other people in the family, their children, their grandchildren, all of that, their partners. They were going to care more about that than they care about themselves. That they were going to expend all of their energy, all of their effort, all of their love into their families, into their households, into everything else, then put that energy into themselves. And that manifested as high blood pressure, as pre-diabetic or diabetic. That manifested for a lot of the men in my family. A lot of the men in my family. This is some deep shit. Y'all got to hear me. Multiple men in my family have had strokes and at fairly young ages, before their 50s, maybe 50s. Strokes. What does a stroke represent? Stress, high level of stress, overthinking, not taking time to meditate, to breathe, to relax. Multiple men in my family. So what that says to me is that there is a karmic tie, a karmic bond, a karmic vow, a karmic agreement to surviving and living this life in a high level of stress. Now take a moment, think about your family right now. Think about your family and some of the agreements, the vows, the ties, the bonds that you can observe. Let me know in the chat if you see it. Let me know in the chat if you recognize it. Let me know in the chat if you can observe it. I don't need to know exactly what it is, but can you see it? This is heavy work. I know one of the things for me it's not for me. See, I'm being careful with my words. It's not for me. But one of the things that I observed from my mother and my grandmother is that both of them, well, my mother, my grandmother, and my great grandmother. I don't know too much about my great great grandmother because my great grandmother was adopted. But my mother, my grandmother, and my great grandmother. And I just, ooh. I'm hearing the words, and it's triggering some emotion inside of me because I'm hearing the words, bless their hearts. Ooh, spirit, I needed that, huh? Okay, I receive it. I feel this emotion. I'm hearing the words, bless their hearts. But even as I said the words, bless their hearts out of my mouth, I realized that I need that too. Just like, that's deep. Let me sip some water on that. um, it's like I can hear, it's funny because I'm hearing both of my great grandmothers. They both are here on both sides. And I mean, they just are flooding me with stuff. Bless their hearts. It's so funny. Like, y'all, your ancestors, they funny. Like, they are really, really funny and they are very, very intense. I just hear bless their hearts. And that's so powerful because that is something that I also need. I told the Patreon family, just a couple of days ago that for the entire 2023, I'm just focusing on heart chakra work. Right? And so I still see myself, my mother, my grandmother, my great grandmothers, both of them, both sides. I still see both of them in me. But here's a part of the vow. Here's the difference between the vow that they've made and the agreement that I'm making with myself. Here's the difference. The agreement that I'm making with myself is that my healing, my transformation is for my betterment, truly. The vow that I'm making with myself is that my growth, my evolution, my healing, my transformation is of top priority, is first and foremost. The agreement that I'm making with myself is to give from my overflow. That's the difference. See, my grandmother, my mother, my great grandmothers, oh my God. These are super strong women. They are natural healers. They are, babe, I can hear myself downstairs. You got to turn that TV down. I hear myself, my grandmother. I hear all of it. But they're very strong, very powerful, healing, loving, nourishing, nurturing women. But a lot of that energy, they didn't pour into themselves. My mother is learning to pour that into herself now. And I'm grateful to be a reflection to her in that way. right? I'm grateful to be a reflection to her in that way to say no. Like, I be making my family uncomfortable sometimes. Sometimes I make them uncomfortable because I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Or yeah, probably not. You know what I mean? So it's different for them because they're seeing a woman, a matriarch. They're seeing somebody in their bloodline still love, still nourish, still nurture, but do it from a place of overflow rather than from a place of obligation. So it's different. And I just so those words bless their hearts is so powerful. And you know what? Even though I'm doing a year of heart chakra work, I still have to make sure in myself that I don't, tell myself I'm doing this for my mama. I'm doing this for my grandma. I'm doing this for my daughters. You know what I mean? Because if I do that, then I attach and we're already connected, right? But sometimes those connections, those agreements, those vows, right? Sometimes they can transform into something else that doesn't serve you, the soul, that doesn't serve your well-being. Sometimes those vows can be draining. Even though you have the best intentions. My mother, my grandmother, my great-grandmothers, they absolutely have the best intentions of loving, of serving, of mothering, of showing up. They have the absolute best intentions of that. But that energy, some way, somehow got distorted to where it has drained them. Excuse me. Okay? But what I can do is speak love, healing, and blessings over their hearts the same way that I speak that over my heart, the same way I'm doing my healing work. So that was super just powerful in that moment for that flush of energy to come over me, because it was that emotion that just came over me, family, was confirmation. It was confirmation that the work that I'm setting out to do, the work that I am doing in this 2023 year, is healing on the cellular level. It's healing on a cosmic level. It's healing past, present, and future. That's what that emotion was, because I didn't plan those words. I didn't plan the words, bless their heart. That is what I heard spiritually. That is what I channeled. Okay. I want y'all to understand this. Those are the words that was channeled to me to speak in that moment. And the emotion, the feeling that came over me is actually the confirmation. It's the resonance. It's the power. It's the, oh, bingo, you're hitting on something. Okay. I want y'all to understand that. That's so important. It's so important. If the work that you are doing, if the healing work that you are doing doesn't cause you to feel something, you're probably not hitting the nail on the head. If it doesn't cause something to shift in your being, you're probably not touching on the actual cause that is manifesting this specific effect. Okay? So y'all got to understand. And I just want to make sure that y'all's energy is in the right place when you see me become ingratiated with emotion. I want to make sure that you're not like, oh shit, like she's feeling some type of way. She's sad, or it's not that. Y'all got to understand how spirit works. Ooh, okay. And so it just keeps going. It really just keeps going. So let me explain to y'all what just happened on an even, as the best way that I can give it to you. The triggering of that emotion is from a subconscious memory of the work that I need to do or the work that I'm doing. Okay? The body is connected to the subconscious mind. So when you feel something in your body, it is a message from the subconscious. Now I got to drink some water because now my throat doing something funny. Let me know if you hear me. Let me know if you can hear it. If you can't hear it, keep listening. All right. So let me try to bring it back in, but definitely let me know if y'all understand what I just said. Definitely let me know if you understand what I just said. Tiara just asked a great question. She said, what if my subconscious is wrong? This is something different. Let me explain to you. Because the subconscious is not wrong. You just don't like what the subconscious is communicating. You can't. Okay, let me show you how we know that's a fact. Okay, and I know, and I say this in love. The concept of wrong is a construct of the ego. The concept of wrong does not exist in source, subconscious, spirit, God, the all energy. That is why when we even think about polarity, you think about a coin. Okay, you got the head side of the coin, you got the tail side of the coin. You could also think about that as right or wrong, good or bad, masculine and feminine. But in reality, it's just one coin. The concept of right or wrong, good or bad is a construct of ego, which is a construct of humanity. Your subconscious mind is not wrong. You just don't like what it's communicating. And if you don't like what it's communicating, that is why you're here today. Because that means that there's some type of karmic tie, vow, bond that you are operating on from the subconscious mind that is not in alignment with what you desire to experience. That is why we're here right now. So thank you, Tiara, for asking that question. Because that is why we are here right now. Your life is a manifestation of your subconscious mind. Okay? So if in your being, you're like, okay, it's wrong to be unhealthy. It's wrong to not feel loved. It's wrong to not live abundantly. If that is how you feel and that is what you are experiencing, then that is a sign that you have to reprogram your subconscious mind. You have to sever the ties, the connections, the agreements, the vows you've made to a lack of health, to a lack of abundance, to a lack of love. That is what we're talking about. And that is why we're here. Thank you. Beautiful question that seamlessly, spiritually makes this whole video make sense. Okay? If you don't like what's showing up in your life, what's showing up in your body, what's showing up in your relationships, you have to ask yourself, what is the cause? Where did this start? What is the source? Where's the karma? Okay? A lot of times we can connect it back to past lives. Okay? A lot of times we can connect it to early childhood, to our young adult stage. A lot of times you can make the connection on when your belief was transformed into something else. Okay? So, going all the way back to Sandra Rolos. First of all, it's so spiritual how I even found her. I don't even know how I found her. Nobody put me on. Nobody said, go listen to Sandra Rolos. In fact, my spirit team, they like, we led you there, girl. What you talking about? You don't know. My spirit team actually led me to her page. And ever since then, I'm like, okay, yes. In fact, I could see myself, I could clearly see myself going to one of her in-person retreats in Arizona and learning, allowing for healing work to come through me, but also learning from her how to implement this powerful practice, right? So I'm speaking that into existence. Ashe, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So going all the way back to Sandra Rollo. So this morning, wake up around, actually, I was having dreams last night where I was like, it was actually been 2 nights in a row where I've seen my grandparents on my father's side, 2 nights in a row that I've dreamt about them. And I'm just like, Spirit, what is this? Why am I seeing this? I'm not getting it on a conscious, like, ego level. It's not making sense. And so my spirit guides just said, well, do this karmic meditation. And it's all coming through. Like, I promise you, by the end of tonight, I'm like gonna have it all down, right? So do this karmic clearing meditation by Sandra Rollos. I go, I click on it, I get into it. Now, for this specific meditation that I am telling y'all to do, that I already linked into the chat, I already linked it. Let me link it again. There it is. Spirit is like, ooh, my God, thank you. So what she tells you in the meditation is to repeat these affirmations after her. Some of the affirmations are like, I release all karmic ties, all karmic bonds to any sexual abuse, molestation, rape, whatever that has happened in this life, in past lives, in all time and space, on all realities, and in all dimensions, in the past, present, and future. Like, that's how hard she coming with that shit. Right? She says something like, I release all karmic bonds, ties, and vows connected to abortion, miscarriage, unborn children. I release all karmic ties in all space and time, in all dimensions, in all realities, on all planets, and in all dimensions, in the past, present, and future. That's how hard she coming. That's how hard she coming. And so, as y'all, so I'm in it, right? I'm in this meditation. My eyes are closed, but I'm saying all of those words out of my mouth, saying it, spitting it. I'm keeping up with her. Everything she says, I'm keeping up with it. It's coming out of my mouth. It's coming out powerful. I can see the experiences that I'm releasing that connect directly to the affirmation that she's saying. I can see it as I'm speaking it, I'm released. Because also in that meditation, before she gets into it, she tells you to call in your spirit team, your archangels, your ancestors of love and of healing. She tells you to call them in. And my ancestors, my spirit guides, they are always around me, like always, like they're always there. And so you call them in and you see them just, it's so deep. It's so deep because this is the type of work where you need that divine angelic assistance. This is the type of work to where it's like, you've done the meditations, you've done the damn affirmations, you've done the fasting. This is the type of work where you have to ask your spirit team to come in and free you of this shit, of these bonds, of these ties. You need angelic assistance. I'm going to talk about angelic assistance in a whole nother video because that's some deep shit. You need it. You need it. Okay? I don't care what nobody tell you in these spiritual communities. Everybody is working with a team of divine entities who are interceding on your behalf. I know that I know that I know that I have a powerful ass team that be interceding and doing divine work on my behalf and protecting me and keeping me safe and all of that good stuff like that. So in the meditation, you're going to say those words out of your mouth with power, with conviction. Okay? And you want to feel that release and that healing taking place. But here's where it gets juicy. I'm going hard on the affirmations, going hard. and I get to one part. This is when Spirit was like, that's it, bingo, there's the work. I get to one part on the meditation, and my tongue gets snatched out of my mouth. Oh, God. Understand what I am saying to you. Listen with your spiritual ear right now. I'm going to pause for a second because I know some of y'all, you be on YouTube listening to these videos, but you don't be really tuned in. You be everywhere and doing everything. I know, because I be doing it too. But I want you to tune in and hear me clearly right here. I'm saying the affirmations all the way up until this point. I'm spitting it, spitting fire. My tongue is flowing easily, eloquently, powerfully. I am severing any tie with the power of my tongue. Then she gets to this one affirmation, and my tongue goes. She gets to this one part of this affirmation, and my words get jumbled. Now, some of y'all may think, oh, that is just human error. Some of y'all may think, oh, that just happened because you were talking so much for the... No. That was my subconscious mind manifesting through my body, manifesting through my tongue, telling me that this affirmation that I'm getting caught up on is where I need to be focusing my intentional work. Because every other affirmation leading up to that, I was able to say with ease, flow, and grace. But when I get to this one, my tongue wants to act like it don't know how to function properly. That's not a coincidence. That is a message from my higher self, from my spirit guide saying, I need you to focus right here. Let me just explain to y'all this shit. Let me know in the chat if you're getting it. Put getting it. Put got it. My tongue twisted and turned like I was doing a damn tongue twister, and all I was doing was saying words that I know how to say outside of an affirmation. And another spam risk calling. Got it. Let's go. So I said, oh hell no. Y'all know I'm very watery, but I'm very fiery. So immediately when that happened, okay, come on. Y'all, now I'm gonna take a pause for this because y'all know the saying, God works in mysterious ways. I look at my phone right now. See, I love bringing y'all in on spiritual shit. I look at my phone right now, and it's a notification from Sandra Rollo's YouTube page. Right now, at this divine moment, it's a notification from Sandra Rollo's YouTube page. So right when I saw Sandra Rollo's, I'm like, okay, I'm clicking on that because that's who I've been talking about today. So I'm clicking on that. Okay, I ain't even read it. I'm about to read it to y'all right now because I ain't even read it. We gonna see it together. But I know I have to click on it because I got the notification right now, and I can see that she posted this 8 hours ago. But I just got the notification right now. You can't tell. So when you want to know how spirit guides work, when you want to know how spirit teams, angels, and ancestors work, this is how. Miraculous shit just starts happening. Okay? You think that's something your humanity can fathom and make up? No. I can't. Desiree, daughter of Bianca and Doll. No, that ain't Desiree. That's my spirit team. Trying to let y'all see and understand what this is. So let me read it and then I'm going to go back to the story. It says, look at you doing the things you said you were going to do, committing to becoming the best version of yourself, creating the life you know you deserve. If I was at church, I'm sweating and everything. If I was at church, I would stand up and do a whole praise dance on that. What? That's my confirmation. Look at me. Doing the things I said I was going to do. Committing to becoming the best version of myself. Creating the life I know I deserve. And y'all think, what? And right here at this moment, all I'm going to say is thank you. Oof, all I'm gonna say is thank you, and I'm gonna take it a step further with that because when you used to be in church and they used to say, "Look at God." I could cry. Let me just show y'all because I'm just not playing. Look, Sandra Rolos. And y'all know I had to give it to y'all because I love you. Let me see. Focus now. Focus. There we go. Message to self. Sandra Rolos. Look at you. Now I'm showing it to you. I wanted to show y'all that message for yourself because y'all deserve that too. Yeah, that's a whole praise dance. That's a whole, I don't even know. I was never that person. When I was in the church, y'all, I was never that person that was like, dun, 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 dun. Like, I was never that. I was never just the dancing type like that. No, that was never me. But I do love to dance, but that was never me. Gratitude. Thank you to my spirit team, my ancestors, my spirit guides, my higher self. Thank you. I'm grateful. All right. Thank y'all for being here with me. Thank y'all for being here with me and sharing in that with me. Thank y'all for being here with me and sharing that with me. I'm definitely going to twerk it out, Yvonne. Don't you worry. Okay. Don't you worry. But I appreciate y'all for being here with me. You know what? And I have to take a moment to say that because y'all are a part of that process. Y'all are a part of that process. It's not like I just said, it's not me, right? The human. It's, excuse me, and then burping. Y'all know burping means channeling. If you be talking and I don't know where you start to burp, understand that you're channeling. Side note. So that's just I'm able to do what I do through you all's reflection, right? We're just reflecting, mirroring back to each other, right? I'm just mirroring to y'all what you already have going on. I love that, Tierra. All right, so let's keep going because I want y'all to listen to this meditation at y'all's earliest convenience, okay? Thank you. So, I'm saying the words in her meditation, and my tongue gets snatched. It just jumbled up. It just says blah blah blah. Y'all know, yeah, that's happened to y'all before, right? And so, what I do, I rewind it. I was like, because I see you. I see you now. I see that energy now, right? I see it, right? Because when that happened, I'm a conscious person, and so are you. And a part of being conscious is recognizing those spiritual things as they're happening. That was a very spiritual thing that happened at that time this morning. Okay. So I said, I see you. I caught you. I caught you. You thought that energy, that thought form, right? It thought, yeah, that I was just gonna skip over it, that I was just gonna move on from it, that I was just gonna go to the next thing. No, 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 not with Desiree D. Ray Wise, not with the spirit team that I have. No, we're about to address that. So I rewind the video, 15 seconds or something like that. Start all over. And I do it again. And right when it gets to that affirmation, y'all want to guess what happened? Y'all guess what happened? Guess what happened when it got to that part again? Guess. I'm going to let y'all guess. I'm going to take my time and let y'all guess, because I heard Spirit say take your time. So I don't got to rush. Babe, I'm taking my time. I know Dream can hear me down there. Spirit said don't rush. Spirit said take your time. I'm going to take my time. Then lit my candle. We here. We here. Y'all guess what happened? What y'all think happened? I rewinded it so I can say that affirmation, and what y'all think happened? I like to show y'all Spirit at play in real time. Y'all let me know. Y'all don't want to guess what happened? Dang. Y'all don't want to guess what happened? Thank you, Purple Carbonated Doll. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bingo, Iman. Iman said your phone rang. It absolutely did. My phone rang. I rewinded it. I rewinded the video 15 seconds or so I can do all of those affirmations again. And my phone rang. And guess who was calling? My daddy. At 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, Daddy. And Spirit just told me right then and there, Karma. Spirit told me right then and there, Karma. I just had to say, I see you. I see you. So now it makes sense why I told y'all, even my mama calling me while I was on this live stream. Karma. That's all it is. And I ain't mad at it. As Tupac would say, I ain't mad at it, because I need to see these things. You need to see these things for you to understand your actual healing work. You have to see it. You have to observe it. You have to become aware of it. And let me say this, that is the work that I help you do. Okay? That is the work that I help you do. A lot of times, family, you cannot see yourself. A lot of the times, you can't see the unconscious programs that are happening that are blocking your love, your manifestation, your health, your healing, your abundance. A lot of the times, you can't see it. And I want to make this clear for anybody who has ever wondered, what does working with D-Ray actually means. What it means is I help you to see your unconscious mind. I help you to see your unconscious patterns and what they are at and how they are actually blocking your manifestations, how it's actually blocking your magic. That's what I'm here to do. Okay? So, my ideal client, I want to put this out there. My ideal client is the woman who knows what she wants. She knows she wants love. She knows she wants abundance. She knows she wants a baby. She knows she wants health. She knows she wants power. She knows she wants her purpose. But for some reason, she can't see why she can't get there. For some reason, she's not able to see her blind spots. That's where I come in at. I remove the blind spots. I remove the shields. I remove the glasses from your eyes so you can see clearly. And then I give you the support and the accountability and the practical. That's what I love the most. The practical things you can do on a daily basis to rewrite that unconscious pattern for it to be something that serves your highest good, for it to be something that aligns you with what you want. That is what Desiree D. Ray Wise, the healing coach, does. If anybody was ever confused, I saw somebody, I think Tiara put in here, I was wanting a consultation or something like that. If you are looking for what I just said, I'm your girl. Okay? All right? So I'm doing the affirmations. My phone rings. It's my dad. I ignore his call. Because I'm like, first of all, Daddy, I don't know why you calling me at 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't even know. And I'm going to tell y'all why he called. It was so random and it was so minuscule. It was so random and it was so minuscule that I was like, that's for damn sure some karma. I can't wait to tell y'all it. It's so funny. I just laughed and I was like, I see you, Spirit. You working through me. You working on me. I'm receiving it. Thank you. So I had to rewind it again because he called. So I had to rewind it again. The third time's a charm. After I rewind it again for a third time, I was finally able to get those words out of my mouth. And to be clear and vulnerable with y'all, the words that had to come out of my mouth is, I release the karmic belief that I can only grow through struggles, through challenges, through things like that. I release that. Honey, when I tried to say that during that meditation, my tongue was twisted up so bad, and I had to rewind multiple times to get it. I said, okay, Spirit, this is what I'm doing. So this is what I want you to do. I'm telling you what I want you to do. This is what I'm doing. Those specific words, I'm typing them out on my computer and I'm printing that out. If you don't have a computer, you better print it out at work. If you don't have a computer, you better send it to damn Office Depot. But you need to do something, or Office Max, or whatever y'all got, Kinko's, whatever y'all got. You need to print this thing out. You need to see it every day. You need to say it every day, because you saying it every day is going to rewire your mind. Come on, I want y'all to understand this. A lot of times the affirmations that you are saying is not addressing the cause of your problem. Okay? A lot of the times the affirmation you are speaking is only dealing with the symptoms of what's going on inside of you. You need to start speaking to the karma. You need to start speaking to the vow, to the bond, to the ties that you've made to a specific thing to set yourself free. Do you understand why this is important? Okay? You have to start speaking directly to the thing. Okay? You be all around. And I'm talking from experience, because it's been me, where my affirmations are all over here, and I'm missing this key point I'm missing the target. I'm missing the bullseye. And that is why the transformation and the healing work doesn't last. You feel good for a few months and then you revert back. You feel good for a year, then you revert back. It's because you were still dealing with the symptoms. I was, past tense, still dealing with the symptoms and not the target. Okay? You got to come to the target. You got to stay focused on the target. So doing that meditation, saying each of those affirmations and paying attention to what my subconscious mind came up in my body and showed me I had a challenge with speaking was the sign and the symbol of what specifically I need to work on. There was so many things that rolled off of my tongue so powerfully, so beautifully. That means to me, subconsciously, in my body, in my being, I already got that. I already understand that. I already conquered that. I already released that. But that thing that's hard for me to say, that's what I need to work on. That's what I need to focus on. That's what I need to be intentional about. Ashe, let me get an Ashe in the chat. Let me get an Ashe in the chat. I want to make sure you're getting it. I want to make sure you're getting it. And see, I was just going to give this to the Patreon family. I was just like, okay, this is some Patreon hot fire shit. I was like, this is some Patreon exclusive shit right here. And then my spirit said, everybody needs to hear this. Everybody needs to hear this right now. And why right now? Why right now? It's right now because we are in the winter season, and this season is all about releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting go in this season, right now. And if you can dedicate yourself right now to speaking whatever that challenge is, whatever that affirmation is that your tongue is like, oh my God, why is this hard for me to say? Whatever that is, you speak it right now with conviction and with the energy of releasing. Here's what's going to happen. Your spirit team, the earth, nature is going to support you in that purging. Because that's the season we are in. Y'all already know the winter is all about letting go. This is why the trees are releasing their leaves. Your leaf right now is whatever that karmic bond, whatever that karmic tie, whatever that karmic vow is that you've made in your past. That's the leaf you need to let go of right now. Right now. So that when the spring comes, now you're blossoming and blooming from a whole nother level of wholeness like never before. I believe and I know that you can do this. I know it. We just got the confirmation. We just got the confirmation. So we have to start talking as if it is already done. Let me get in the chat. It is done. You're already healed. You're already abundant. You're already manifesting. You're already happily, healthily in a healthy, loving relationship. You already have a profitable business where you're making more money in less time. You're making more money with less effort. It is already done. Okay? Sandra Rolos just told us, look at you. Look at you doing the things you said you were going to do, committing to becoming the best version of yourself, creating the life you know you deserve. Look at you. You already doing it. Look at you. Look at you. And it's so divine because for the last few weeks, that's the confirmation that I've been getting. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's already done. Okay? So, I want to make sure y'all have this down clearly. You're going to listen to Sandra Rollo's meditation. I'm about to drop it in the link in the chat right now. Boom. This is the Karma Clean meditation you're going to listen to. And it's divine because I'm dropping it at 5:55. It's time. It's time for your change. It's time for your transformation right now. 5:55. Change, change, change. But I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Come on, who wants that? Who has that change? Who has changed for the better? Me. Hallelujah. Thank you. It is done. I receive it in gratitude. 5:55. Let's go. Done. Done. Okay. So you're going to listen to that meditation, that karma clearing meditation. Listen to it, and you're going to verbally, out of your mouth, speak the affirmations. Now, every affirmation is not going to be perfect, right? Some words are messed up, some words I didn't say, because that's just natural. But on the ones where you feel your spirit do something, in the ones where your body does something, whether that's your body tightening up, whether that's your, I got to tell y'all this because some of y'all will be in y'all head too logical. Don't let this be you overthinking. Some of y'all will be too logical and be like, I'm not messing up on my words, but something else is happening. Well, that's the thing too. Come on now. Your subconscious mind is going to communicate with you in a way that you could understand. So it may be your throat tightening up, okay? It may be that for you. It may be your ears clog up on that. Come on, spirit. Your ears may clog up on a specific affirmation. That's the one you need to go back and listen to. However many times you got to listen to it for your ears to be like, all right, we're going to stay open. Okay? You may get a phone call. Your kids may start crying. Okay? You may start feeling some type of pain in your body. That's the one. Okay? And then let's just be all the way real. Some of you may have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these affirmations that you need to deal with, and that's okay. Take your time with it. Do not judge yourself. Show up in love for yourself. Show up in love for yourself, honor for yourself, respect for yourself. You're doing the best you can. Okay? You're doing the best you can. So, whatever that thing is for you, whether it's your throat closing up, your ears closing up, your tongue being snatched out your mouth like it happened for me, somebody calling your phone, whatever it is, you discipline yourself. You love yourself enough to make sure you hear what that affirmation is and you speak it. And then I want you to write it down. I want you to save it. And you're going to hang it up in your house somewhere. Okay? And you're going to speak that affirmation every day. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you straight up. You need to speak that affirmation every day until the spring equinox. Every day until the spring equinox. Got to do the work. Got to do the work. All right? Got to do the work. Very simple, very powerful, very transformative. And then I just got like all throughout this day, I have been just getting so many confirmations that I needed to come and share this message. If y'all receive value in this, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if this video, this content right now has been super valuable for y'all. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. I want to know. I know it has been because I'm just on fire up here. Let me know in the chat if this has been super valuable for you at this time. Last thing that I want to say before I figure out what my family and I are going to be eating for dinner is that for the Patreon family, on Saturday when we have our build, if you've done this work, we're going to talk about it. Right? If you discovered what your affirmation is, what your karmic thing is that you need to release, on Saturday, we're going to talk about it. Okay? On Saturday, on Patreon, during the book club, we're going to share, we're going to engage, we're going to set ourselves free. We've been talking about it anyways, but like I said, so many of us have been, our target just continues to move. And I truly know in my heart that when we hit this bullseye, and I just gave you a simple way that you're going to do it. When we hit this bullseye, a lot of the shit you've been working through is going to clear. It's going to cleanse. It's going to heal. It's going to be transformed. A lot of it. Because for so many of us, it's one belief, one core belief that we've shaped our entire life around, that we've built our entire life around. That if we shift that one core belief, our whole reality starts to shape shift for the better. Okay? So we're cleansing, we're clearing across all dimensions, across all realities, across all space and time on this planet and others from the past, present, and our future. Okay? One last ashe in the chat, and then your girl got to go. Shout out to all the Patreon family. Shout out to all of y'all being here right now. Somebody asked the question, how do I connect with you? If you look in my bio description, whatever we call it on YouTube, there is something that says book a consultation or a complimentary call. You click there, you'll be able to get me on the phone on a specific day and time, and we can chat about whatever it is that you have going on or needing support in. Okay. This has been a super powerful transmission, and I feel I'm gonna hold my tongue on what I feel like I'm tapping into, and I'm gonna share it with y'all on another day. But I'm definitely feeling a whole nother level of power. Okay, feeling a whole nother level of power, and it's just a testament to me. It's a testament to the times we are in. It's a testament to the energy that we are in. And I want to let y'all know that this energy is the energy that you have as well. I am no different from you. Okay. I am no different from you. I've just decided to listen to the call. I can't believe I'm looking right now on my thing. And I'm seeing that all my little information that's supposed to all be here all the time, it's not here. So for whoever that person was, I'm not on YouTube right now to be able to see your name. What I'm about to do right now, I'm about to drop a link in this chat. I'm about to drop a link in this chat, and you can click that link and look at look at everything that I have to offer right now, and see what best floats your boat. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do right now. Boom. That's my link. That's my link that I just put in the chat for you to be able to tap in with whoever that was that had asked about connecting with me. I think it was Bruna. The link is there. Copy it, save it. I thought that I had it in my YouTube description. I need to fix that. Okay. I appreciate y'all. The time is now. You got this. Thank you all for being here. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all. All right. I'll see you when I see you. Peace and love. Enjoy y'all's evening.